Hi there, Robin here from Expert On. Today we're going to be talking about an American DJ light. Yes, the Stinger II. I love this whole detail on the box because it's not just American DJ, it's American DJ Stinger II. StarTech series by American DJ. Ta-da! Alright, we're going to be unpacking it today. Now, they do still have, if you can find, as an original Stinger. And the big difference is white LEDs versus black light LEDs. And we'll talk a little bit about that once we get out of the box. But outside of that, really well done product, nice packaging. Everything's going to look great when we take it out, because it always does, because they take them out and test these things in the US before they ship them out. Now, in comparisons, you can buy overseas lights, which are pretty good, and the biggest thing is warranty. Now, people complain about American DJ. Oh, I had to send my light off to American DJ, and it took like 4 to 6 weeks to get it fixed and get it back. But it was covered under warranty, and you did get it back, and it was working. When you buy some lights, and you will save money by buying some overseas, and they're not bad. Sometimes you luck out and you get an awesome light, and it's a great light, and your investment paid off. Sometimes the other way, you get a light and it lasts 3 months, or something goes off, and then either you're really good at being a technician, and trust me, you'd have to be really good, or you got to pay somebody to fix it, or you just basically scrap it. So in the wash, your money comes out. You invest in American DJ or Strobe, and it pays off. If you're buying a generic light locally, then that's not a bad way to go, as long as you have some sort of a replacement warranty with it. So from here, we're going to take it out of the box. We're going to see what it's all about. The most important thing about this unit is American DJ sells the remote controls separately. So definitely, if you're buying the light and you want to keep your life easy and you don't have time for DMX because you're just starting up as a DJ, or you're just adding some new lights to give some bigger shows and presentations and wrap it all up in one package, definitely get the remote control, because it's going to let you do a whole bunch of things. Add on. Alright, let's unbox it. Let's see what's going on. Poof, there we are. We're up to this point. I don't think you need to see me unpack it. Really, you'd fast forward over that part anyways, because unless you're unpacking something, and this isn't the first time you've probably seen one, so you don't really need to see the whole surprise out of the box. But it does come well packed again. This is one of those things, you buy something from a big brand store, a big brand company like this, you're definitely going to get your money's worth expectation-wise when it comes to packaging. If you don't, I always like, what's going on? So what I am going to do is, before I take it off the plastic, I am going to grab my filter mat. Just so we put that down here. This is going to end up on our display, and we are going to be plugging this in, and we're going to be running it on its own, so you can see what it looks like, and we're going to run it with some haze, so you can see what the added looks like. Now, the big features are all located on the back, and this is the most important thing. You can either have this as an automatic light system, or you can have it sound activated. So it's basically, you pick the automatic setting that you want, and then turn on the sound activation, and then it'll run those patterns with the music. So that's how it works. Now, you can also plug, if you want two of them, which isn't a bad way to go, have the second one run as this one being master, second one being slave, and it should just automatically pop in the line. So when I go out of this one into the second one, as soon as I turn them both on, even though I've taken this one and I've set it in sound mode, the other one should just do exactly what this one's doing. No other fiddling required. So if you're looking for simple and you're not a DMX expert and you're not looking at getting into that just yet, that's another great thing about a light like this. Now for colors, this is where the original one and the Stinger II comes in the difference. So the original one, these lights out here, which are at an American DJ, are saying 3-watt lights, not 1, but 3-watt lights in the black light. They're strobe capabilities, they flash, they stay on, they do all kinds of things, but they don't affect anybody. So nobody's really like, oh my god, it's a strobe. So that's the big difference. There are parts of this world that require a key for lasers and strobes and stuff like that to be turned on, so this way it's done by a professional. So whatever the definition of that is. So they wanted to keep it simple and smart, and this is a really good way to do it. Now they still wanted to give you white, so they added that into the inner ring. So now you get RGB, red, green, blue. You get amber, so that's where we get that yellow goldish color off of it. And you also get white. There you go. And that's not going to be strobe. That's going to be like effects on and off and all kinds of stuff. It's really smooth. And then you get 2 lasers. Now the lasers are within US, Canada, North American standards and aren't going to interfere. It's one of those things. Some people are just paranoid by these things and they're going, oh my god, it's going to burn my children's eyes. What's going to happen? No, it's not. But you can choose different modes that allow you to have either these outside black lights not on, or just the wheel on, or just the lasers. You can choose that combination. So, but at the end of the day, it's not going to freak out or burn anybody's retina or do anything like that. That's not what it's there for, and that's not exactly what it's going to do. So, there you go. Fun party light. So from this point here, what we're going to do is we're going to finish putting the bracket on. We're going to mount it onto our rig. We're going to turn it on and see how it looks. Alright, so here we are. I've set it up. It's about 9 feet off the ground. We're ready to do a light test on it. We're going to see how it looks. We're going to, again, try it without the actual hazer on, and then we'll do the same thing with the hazer on. Alright, so there you go. We've got it turned on. We've got everything ready. We're going to play some cheesy royalty-free music from YouTube, and we'll go between the tabletops so we can see what the patterns are and the light and see what's going on. Alright, so what we'll do now is we'll turn on the hazer. So now what we've added is we've added the haze machine, and we've got the Mark 700 watt hazer. So that's the Mark 700. We'll have links down below for that as well. And now we'll start the cheesy music up again, and we'll go from there. As you can tell, the effects of the table haven't changed. That would be on our floor, but now, all of a sudden, we've got a full-on light show coming off. This is what American DJ wants you to see in the videos. That's why we use a hazer. Alright, so what we've done is we've taken it back down off the actual rig, so this is where we can talk about what the different settings is that we had up on top. Now, we're using the remote control. The key advantage of the remote control is it works from the front. The disadvantage of the remote control is it only works from the front. So if you're a DJ and you actually had this set up on a rig, let's say you actually had it on their professional DJ table, it would be above you, and you'd have to kind of point the remote to the front and directly at it. So for me, at this point of view, standing behind the camera, this is quite an easy task. Now, what we can do is we can change the colors by using the color option on the remote control. That changes the overall, so we go from a green to a blue to a white, all of that while the actual black light is spinning around the outside. Now, we have the ability, if I hold the remote, it goes into strobe mode. So it's going to strobe for us, and when I let go, it goes back to doing what it was doing. If I hit the all on, basically it turns on the main wheel. If I press it again, see how we just basically bring up all the color wheels. Okay, so there. If we go through the numbers, that was my number 1, which brings me up to red. 2 is going to bring up the black light. 3 is going to bring up the lasers. 4 brings up the wheel again, multicolor. 5 repeats. 6 brings in the lasers again. I find no action on 7. I find no action on 8. And then basically we have sound options. So when you turn the sound on, you pick whatever function you want, and bam, it's going to do that to the sound. So there you go. I just thought you'd want to run through that and see what those different options are. I can turn it off and on, of course, right from the remote. And again, at any point in time, I can turn it on, hit that wheel, lights come on, everything's on at the same time. So there you go. I just wanted to run through all that with you. Alright, so we've taken a good look at the light. We've seen it in action, we've seen it with haze, we've seen it without, we've seen the overall effects, but is this right for you? Now, if you're doing setups for 50 to 150 people, or it's just personal use, you just want something for fun. If you don't want to end up buying a bunch of big lights, but you want a light that does a lot of things, this is a great light to buy. It just brings all that together in one package. If I was doing between 50 to 150 and I just needed to light up a dance floor for smaller weddings, regular sized weddings, let's say, great way to go, because it's easy. You just set these up nice and high, point them down towards the dance floor, and you're all set. Notice I said 2 of them. One of them is really cool. It could be your centerpiece. You're going to need other light besides this if that's how you're going to work it. It's a great light to start with, but I wouldn't make it my only light. Just because you want to have a little bit more action. I mean, if you're in a place where you can't run haze or fog or anything like that, then you're going to have to compensate with a lot of light. Now, before I did say, the lasers can hurt you. Now, of course, do not stare directly into the laser. It's like looking up at the sun. It's a bad thing to do. So, always take care and caution to have this mounted up high so it doesn't affect anybody in that way. I mean, they do put their warning caution stickers on it. Again, the difference between some no-name brand and a responsible brand, they give you all the stickers, including some little marker where they hide what was actually here, but that's besides the point. Safety stickers, all of that's all part of what's going on. There is a fuse built inside of here. Again, it's all these redundant safety things. Plus you have the ability to link. You can get a power cord that will reach from here to the next one and daisy chain them if you want. It even has a safety cable connection here for hanging it. So in case something happens, like the nut and bolt gets loose here or the bracket gets loose, it still has a safety hook there, so when it hits the guy in the head, it'll swing and hit him a second time just to make sure you got him good. Anyways, that's everything there. Again, do I like it? I think it's great. I think people should have lights like this. I think it's one of those great easy ways for an investment to give you a big in return. The downside is this remote should have been RF. And be nice. I know they want to make a generic remote that works everything, but then you kind of have to memorize what's going on here. Hopefully you do over time, you get this down pat, but you do have to point it in the front of the unit so this way it actually does its job. But you do not want to buy this without. Now if you have an older iPad or an older iPhone, it does come with the adapter, but remember, if you're asking yourself, does this work with my phone, with my iPhone, or with my iPad, you need a headphone plug. If you got a headphone plug still on it, this will go into it. You will be able to download the app. You will be able to use it without the remote control, but still for the extra couple of bucks, throw in the remote into your buy. It's definitely going to make the entire project a lot easier to use. There you go. I don't think there's much more to say about it, except I do like it. I do think buying the Stinger II is a better investment than buying the original Stinger. It'll make your guests a lot more comfortable, and you'll have a lot more fun with it. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Remember, we are now an Amazon affiliate, so that means that we put in wonderful links down below. So if you want to know what the current pricing is, availability, where it is, can you get one right away, that's all going to be now down below. And also, there's probably a palm tree somewhere in the middle here. That's to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We always have tons of videos coming out all the time, and I take recommendations and I take requests. If I can do it, we'll get her done. And by all means, if we're all done here, you're more than welcome to watch one of the other videos or click on one of the links down below. If you're looking for more information, we'll put all of this content in the bottom. See you soon. Thanks for now.